Live now. I got a new phone, so I can go live on YouTube now. So I'm gonna go live on YouTube now. And I'm gonna record some gang stalkers later on YouTube. But I just wanna talk about gang stalking and just all the tactics. There's a million tactics, so I'll probably forget some. Because it's just everything you can imagine. But I found out that I was being gang stalked in October of 2022 last year. And like I found Yibo's Gang Stalking Florida channel because I watched Yibo's videos, and then found his Gang Stalking Florida channel through his channel, and then found Gang Stalking Simulation after that. Well, I started noticing like one headlights and U-turns after I found Gang Stalking Florida's channel. His hat's all dirty. I started noticing that, and then I found Gang Stalking Simulations channel, and he talks about all the other things, and the red shirts and all those things, and the synchronizations and everything. And then I started noticing more things, and then I figured out that they're driving by at corners of buildings and crosswalks and all these different places. And then I figured out all the other patterns. And then I found Targeted Journeys channel, and I figured out more patterns because she was talking about some of the patterns that she saw, and then I started noticing those patterns, like the red and the blue and the camo. I learned that from her channel, and they were probably doing it to me before that, but I just didn't notice it. And like they've been doing this to me for a long time, I think, and I just didn't know. And looking back, they've been doing this to me, like subliminally doing this to me, you know? Which is really kind of sick when you think about it. They're just stalking you subliminally for years and you don't even know it. And all these people that pretend to be your friends, all these people in your family are like sneak dissing you basically, and like talking behind your back and secretly plotting against you and synchronizing around you subliminally before you even know what's happening. And then it makes you have a reaction, but you don't even know, like, you don't know what's happening. So like you just react. Like people just make you go crazy, and you just don't know why everyone's acting so crazy. You don't know why people just turn on you all of a sudden and whatever. Like, in a sense, it's not easier to know. Because, like, I go outside now and I just see stalkers everywhere. I'm looking out my window right now and I see a bunch of stalkers out there right now. And I can't unsee it. But I don't really want to unsee it because I'd rather see it. But also, it's not necessarily easier to see it because, like, damn, the whole world is stalkers. And, they're not, like, physically attacking me, but they are, like, playing psychological mind games on me. And, I can, like, adapt to handle it, but, like, it's wild, man. It's wild, and like it's everybody around me, you know? So, typical day, you know, I'll get up out of bed and then I'll hear a sound outside synchronized. Like, okay, I'm just gonna explain this like you don't know anything about gang stalking. I'm just gonna start over. This is just for anybody who's coming in here now, who's new here, or whatever. Anybody who's a TI who just woke up or whatever. I'm just gonna explain all the things that I see and experience. So it's just synchronizer things, you know? They just synchronize things. They synchronize things visually and audibly. And you know, so like I said, I'll wake up in the morning and there'll be a sound outside. It'll either be a car alarm, a car horn, a truck horn, a train horn, an ambulance siren, a police siren, a fire truck siren, uh, just a loud truck driving by, or a loud motorcycle driving by, or a garbage truck pulling up and making a bunch of synchronized dumpster dumping noises. And they just do everything synchronized. Or you know, they'll slam dumpster lids synchronized. They'll make all types of sound effects synchronized. They'll just yell synchronized. They'll like have a conversation like that. I was walking by this place the other night and they were having a conversation and they were synchronizing, like getting louder at different places where they gang stalk me. So okay, so typical day, I'll get up, that'll happen most of the time. Most days when I get up, some type of sound is going off outside right when I wake up. Either right as I wake up, right as I roll over in bed, or right as I stand up out of bed, or right as I like walk across the room. Or if not then like right when I come out of the bathroom, or like just whatever. So usually that'll happen. And then, you know, they'll be doing that. If I stay inside, they'll just keep doing that. Like at different moments. Not like constantly, but you know, like they just do it at synchronized times. Like when I stand up out of a chair, or when I like reach out my arm and pick up a notebook, or whatever, you know? Like I'll just be sitting making a beat and then I'll get up, I'll stop it, I'll get up, and right now there's someone running out and synchronizing with two white cars driving out. Like they're just synchronizing out here the whole time I'm talking. But yeah, like I'll just be sitting there making a beat. I'll stop, I'll get up, I'll walk across the room, and then a loud truck will drive by outside. Like that happened last night. It's just a loud truck starting up right when I walk across the room. And then I take a drink of water and I set the bottle down. And right as I set the bottle down, he takes off out of the parking lot. Just this loud truck outside. And it was probably a white or a red truck. I didn't see the truck. My blinds were closed, but that's probably what it was. And then usually when I walk outside, not usually, every time when I walk outside, no matter what time of day it is, except like one time, there was one time when I walked outside where this didn't happen, but every other time when I walk outside, there's a gang stalker meeting me right at the door or right at the first intersection. It's either someone walking by or a car driving by, and it's right at the door, right at the first intersection, and it's some type of gang stalker. It's usually a white car or whatever. You never know what it's gonna be, but it's usually a white car. And then, you know, like one day I walked outside and a car alarm went off right when I walked outside, and then it just kept going off for like 5 minutes straight. And then I'll walk around outside, and every intersection there will be different patterns meeting me. So it'll be white cars, it'll be multiple white cars pulling up all at the same time, you know, and they're just pulling up to the intersection right as I am. And this is well documented on every single video that I've ever made. Like, every video is the same thing happening. And people want to pretend like it's not happening, but it's like, how can you even say that when it's every video and I have like 300 videos and they're all the same thing? Like, I walk up and down the same street and they're driving by at the same places. Anyway, you know, I'll come up to an intersection and there'll just be white cars meeting me right at the intersection. And it'll usually be white cars on either side. Or if not white cars, then it's like all red cars. Or it's a red car and then a blue car on the other side, and then they're driving through at the exact same time. Like, they sync up a red and a blue thing together. Or it's just 2 silver cars, or it's 2 black cars, or 5 black cars, whatever. Or it's a red car on one side and then a white car at the other side. Like, they've been doing red cars a lot lately, and it'll just be a red car on one side and a white car at the other side, or a black car on one side and a white car at the other side. Like, they just sync white and black and white and red together a lot. They just do that. Don't ask me why. I don't know. They just do that, you know. White and black is probably some Masonic shit, but I don't know. You know, and then they do the one headlight. That's some Masonic shit. The one eye symbolism, one headlight. And then they have the 33 license plates and the 322 license plates. And then they have all the repeating number license plates. Just any repeating number, I guess. It seems. Because I'll just walk up to an intersection and it'll just be repeating numbers at the front of the traffic. And they're always at the front of the traffic. They're always meeting me at the front of the traffic. And then a lot of times there'll be a gang stalker at the front of the traffic, and then another gang stalker at the back of the traffic, and then a few gang stalkers in between that, most likely. And sometimes it'll just be a row of white cars, just a bunch of white cars in a row, a bunch of white SUVs in a row even. Like the other day, this video that I recorded the other day, I don't know if it's yesterday, but it's just a bunch of white SUVs, like 4 or 5 of them in a row, all going the same way, and they all look exactly the same. Like, it's the same type of SUV. But it's like they just all came out of a factory and they just spawned out of a white SUV generator machine in a simulator. I don't know. But there's just a million things they do. It's just, you know, and then there's the red shirts. Or red anything. They'll put on a red hat, a red shirt, red shoes, red pants, and they'll just walk by me at a synchronized moment with red pants on. And usually there's a white car driving by at the same time or something like that. Or a cop car or whatever. And, you know, the cops stalk me. And, you know. Just go watch all my other videos, you'll figure it out. Like, I could just talk forever about it. Like, they just do so many things. I don't even know, like, I'd have to write it all down, I guess. Because I know I'm forgetting things. but they'll just do, you know, they'll pull up in a car next to me, they'll take off in a car next to me, like right next to me, right as I'm walking by the car. Or they'll pull up in a red one headlight car right next to me that just synced up with a bunch of other red cars that drove by me, synced up. That happened the other day on video. That's on YouTube. I put it on YouTube. But you know, just over and over. They just do that on camera over and over. Like, it's just a bunch of cars taking off and parking directly next to me. Like, on the same video, even. Like, that's happening over and over. And then they'll slam car doors next to me, or they'll open car doors next to me, or they'll open or close a building door right next to me and come out, or go into the building right next to me, or they'll cough right next to me, or scratch their head. And they do all these things to sensitize you, to make you go crazy. Like, they drive white SUVs by me all day, and then I look at all the white SUVs around me, and I'm like, which one is real? I don't even know anymore, because there's so many of them that are driving around me, synchronized. Very specifically synchronized. Extremely synchronized. So, you know, I just look around at the world at all the white cars and just every car and all the people, even if they're not wearing a red shirt, but especially if they're wearing a red shirt, I just look at them funny right away. Even if they're not a gang stalker or they're not doing a synchronized thing, I see someone with a red shirt and instantly my mind is like, oh, here we go again. You know, that's what they do to your brain by sensitizing you to all these things. So that's what it is they're sensitizing me to all these things, you know, and it sounds stupid to make me sound stupid, you know, because it sounds dumb. Like, there's one headlight cars following me around. Like, that sounds stupid, you know? Like, dude, go get help. People have one headlights. You know, that's what people say. But it's like, bro, go watch the videos and compare all of them and then come back to me and tell me that I need help. Tell me, do I need help or do these people need help? I think they need help. I think they need help. I don't think I'm the one that needs help. I think I'm perfectly sane. These people are out of their minds. Driving white cars synchronized around me and other types of synchronizers, doing synchronizers around me and doing fake crisis actor clown shows around me, and police doing fake pullovers around me. Police do fake pullovers and pull over other gang stalkers to gang stalk me and then drive off right as I drive by them. Like, it'll just be someone pulled over and then both of the cars are driving off right as I go by it, or they're pulling them over right next to me. These things have happened many times. Like, they don't do it all the time, but it's happened a lot. And it's happened at my job multiple times. Out in the parking lot at my job. It's happened there multiple times. Dude, you smoking too much, he says. Some dumb hoe. Yeah, that's accurate. Well, here's a red truck that parked pointing directly at me, and it's got one orange light outside right now. There's a red truck outside. He's got one light, and he parked pointed directly at me. Just the millionth coincidence, you know? Just the millionth coincidence. You need to lay off the crack. said some dumb hoe. Like, why do you pick that name to troll somebody? Like, this other troll named himself Synchro Gestapo. Like, bro, you're gonna call yourself a Gestapo and then try to troll me? But you're calling yourself a Gestapo? Like, that's funny? And you're calling yourself some dumb hoe? Like, the jokes write themselves, I guess. Damn. I don't even gotta do anything. But, what else? You know, they'll fly planes directly over my head multiple times on camera and off camera. But I've caught it multiple times on camera. There was just a plane flying directly over my head. And then there was 2 separate videos where it was a plane flying directly over my head right at the crosswalk. And it was the same crosswalk, I think. Here goes a white car syncing with another white car. Someone walking out, syncing with the white cars. Just syncing up multiple cars out here, multiple people walking around. Damn, bro, you fell down the stairs and bumped your head, didn't you? Anyway, what else? Like, they'll just come around me and just make noises around me. They'll just do things around me, synchronized. Just anything. Like, I see construction vehicles synchronizing. Like, synchronizing with cars on the street. Like, the construction vehicles in the background synchronizing with cars on the street. And I saw a crane one day that was just like moving back and forth. Like, it wasn't even picking anything up. It was just moving left and right. And every time it would do that, there'd be like a white SUV driving out or something. Like, every single time it moved, like, it would stop and then it would move again. And every single time it did that, there would be a gang stalker driving out. Some dumb hoe says, I'm just trying to figure out your ideology. Okay. What do you want to know, bro? You should not start with insults. That's not a good start. What do you want to know, man? But yeah, I've seen forklift gang stalkers. I've seen wheelchair gang stalkers. I've seen all types of gang stalkers. I haven't seen a golf cart gang stalker yet. I haven't seen a guy drop down on a parachute right in front of me. I haven't seen a hot air balloon gang stalker yet. But I think that's about all that I haven't seen. I haven't seen the boat or the jet ski gang stalkers yet because I don't live anywhere near water. But I saw that on one of gang stalking simulations videos. There's boat gang stalkers. There's just all types of gang stalkers. It's crazy. Do you hate government? Well, let's break down the word government. What does government mean? Let's break down the etymology of the word government. Govern means control. Ment means mental, like mind. Mind control? Does the government teach us that Christopher Columbus and George Washington and all those people we're good people and regular people. Does the government spray poison in the sky every day, and then it spreads out across the sky and turns into clouds, and they control the weather with whatever they're spraying in the sky, and now they're admitting to it, but they're still saying it's a conspiracy theory? Even though now they're saying that they're doing it to fight climate change, they're also saying that it's the contrails. Does the government spray things in the sky and then it turns into clouds? Did the government do Operation Popeye? Wasn't it Operation Popeye? Where they did weather control back in, like, what was that, the Vietnam War or whenever that was? Did the government run other experiments like MK Ultra and COINTELPRO and Operation Midnight and Operation Paperclip and Operation Mockingbird? That government? Is that the one you're talking about? The one that runs illegal, secret, evil experiments on people? On innocent people? Is that the one you're talking about? The one that taught us that Christopher Columbus discovered America and then ate a peaceful Thanksgiving dinner? Is that the government you're talking about right now? The one that drone bombs innocent people? Is that the government you're talking about? But, you know, then when I'm walking around at night, there will be no cars on the street. And this is in every video. There will be no cars on the street until I get to an intersection, and then there will be a car meeting me right there at the intersection. Or it'll be driving by at the intersection next to me or whatever, but there will be 0 cars on the street. And then I cross the street and there will be a car on the street. And then I'll get across the street, and then there will be no more cars on the street until I cross another street. Or a crosswalk or whatever. It'll just be right there at the crosswalk or the street or wherever synchronizer point. But there will be no cars on the street before or after that until another synchronizer point. You know, there will be no cars on the street, and then I'll walk up to an intersection, and there will be a cop car pulling up to the intersection right as I do. And this happens every single video when I walk around late at night. You can go watch all the videos. This happens every single video when I walk around late at night. It's not a lie. Like, something is happening. You can't say nothing is happening, because something is clearly happening. Something, some type of magical occurrence is happening, or I'm being stalked, one of the two. Something's happening. You can't say it's nothing, because it's on camera every video. Like, people just keep coming here trying to tell me it's nothing, but you're not gonna convince me, because it's every video, bro. It's every video. And, like, if nothing happens on a video, which there was 2 videos where, like, barely anything happened, but there was still stalkers on those videos. Like, every video, something is happening. Like, there was, like, 1 or 2 stalkers on those 2 videos, but But then every other 300, however many videos I made, something's happening. You know, and those videos were late at night, like 3 in the morning, whatever. But still, I still saw a couple of them. And I saw some before I started recording, too. And I'm seeing them right now. I just keep seeing them out here. And there's a loud motorcycle right as a white SUV goes around a corner and a one light car pulls up and parks. All that's happening all at once. You know, and they'll do things from the angle looking out my window or wherever I'm sitting, wherever I'm at. They'll be driving cars around corners of buildings. Like, say this is a corner of a building, a car will come around and another car will go around at the same exact time. Or, you know, a car will come around this building and another car will come around this other building at the same exact time. From the angle of my window, looking out of my window at the street, cars are driving out synchronized with each other around corners of buildings. And then, you know, sometimes they'll drive, like one car will drive in front of the other car, like in between me and the other car. And then that other car will take off driving right at that moment or open their door right at that moment or whatever. Did I say the license plates already? Oh yeah, the repeating number license plates, the 666 license plates, the 66 license plates, the 33 and 322 license plates, the military license plates, the whatever, what is it? Donate something like, what do you call it? I forget what it's called. There's some other type of license plate I see. There's you know, the A113 license plates. You know. Just see lots of different types of license plates all the time, meeting me at the front of the traffic at intersections and things like that, and driving off right next to me and things like that. And, you know, they'll open garage doors next to me, and they'll just do just whatever you can imagine next to me. I was walking by this place last night, and they turn on, like, they have the open sign, like, light, you know? Like, the neon light open sign in the window. And they turn it off right as I walk by. And it just had to be a synchronizer thing because I was right next to the light when I walked by it when it turned off. And then the street lights, you know, the whole electrical grid is controlled by this AI network that this is run on. So the street lights will turn on and off synchronized as I walk by them. Certain street lights, it's not all the street lights, but it's certain street lights. When I walk by them or when I walk by a corner, it'll turn on or off. And it'll do it constantly over and over. If I just keep walking around in a circle around the intersection, it'll keep doing it over and over. Either right as I walk under the light or right as I walk across the street or whatever. And you're gonna go, there they go, synchronizing again. There's a silver car driving by me, synchronizing with a bunch of white cars driving by. And then someone walks out synchronized as the white car goes around the corner. And then they're gonna synchronize 50 more times as they walk through the parking lot. And get in their white car probably. They usually come out and get in a white car or a one headlight car or a red car. I think she's getting in the red car. Yep, she's getting in a red car. Probably a gang stalker car. I don't know which cars are not the gangstalker cars anymore. And that's just what they do to me. They just psychologically mess with me to make me like paranoid of everyone. But a lot of people are doing it though. A lot of people I know are doing it. A lot of people are doing it. So I'm rightfully paranoid of everyone because a lot of people were doing it. I don't know who's not doing it. I know I'm not doing it. I don't know who else is not doing it. But yeah, they have the whole electrical grid on this AI network. So the streetlights will turn on and off synchronized. The stoplights will synchronize with me. The light will turn green right as I walk up to the intersection. Like it just happens all day, every day. So I think that's what happens because it just happens a lot. But then my refrigerator will turn on and off synchronized. And it does it all day, every day. So it's not me imagining it because it does it every day, multiple times per day. It sounds dumb, and that's the point, to make me sound dumb, but it actually does that every day. I will walk across the room, and right as I get across the room, the refrigerator will turn on or off. Or right as I walk up by the refrigerator, or right as I stand up, or whatever synchronized moment, it'll turn on or off. And then this thing outside of my apartment window that's like an air conditioner thing that I don't even know if it's even attached to anything or if it's just a machine they put out here to synchronize on me. I don't know, but it just always turns on and off constantly like it's broken. Like it just constantly turns on and off. It's not doing it right now, I don't think. I think it's on right now. But it just constantly turns on and off. Just all day. And then if I'm watching out my window, it'll turn on or off synchronized with traffic driving by, and so will the refrigerator. And then the same thing like as the refrigerator, if I would just like stand up or whatever, it'll synchronize with that, turning on and off. And it does it multiple times per day. So how is it a coincidence if it's happening multiple times per day, every day? It's not. Nothing is a coincidence if it's happening multiple times per day, every day. You can't say that it's a coincidence. And it's crazy that I have to keep repeating this. I don't have to keep repeating it, but like, just for the people in the back, like, dude, synchronized things are happening a lot. Like, if you can't figure that out by watching my videos, I don't know what to say. Like, dude, open your eyes when you watch the videos a little bit or something. Like, I don't know. Are you watching them like this? Like, what's going on? But yeah, I just want to get on here, shout out to all the TIs. Y'all the real ones. Everyone else is fake. Or maybe not everyone else, but a lot of people out here are fake. So shout out to the TIs, y'all some real ones. And shout out to the trolls. Thanks for exposing yourself, some dumb hoe, and all you dumb trolls. Thank you for coming on here and making yourself look stupid. Thank you. Thank you for just keep consistently coming on here and making yourself look dumb. And like desperate. Like you just look desperate to try to make me look crazy or something. You're like trying really hard to make me look crazy and like just constantly coming on here saying I'm stupid and crazy and I'm on drugs. And you just keep coming on here watching me though and commenting. It's like, if I'm so stupid, why do you keep coming on here? Like, and then you're gonna name yourself some dumb hoe and Synchro Gestapo and Chief Handler. You're gonna name yourself these things and just make it really obvious. So thank you for making it really obvious. You know, and I don't block the trolls, you know, I'll talk to the trolls. I'll talk back to the trolls. It'd take a lot for me to block you, but most of the trolls, though, they're not a worthy opponent. They just keep coming in and saying the same things, and it's stupid things, and they're just dumb, dude. Like, dude, you're not gonna convince me that I'm crazy. You're not. You might be able to convince other people that I'm crazy, maybe, but if you're calling yourself Synchro Gestapo and saying a bunch of crazy, dumb things, then maybe not. Maybe they're gonna be like skeptical of what you're saying because you sound dumb. But like, they're just synchronizing out here with a bunch of cars right now. Just a bunch of white cars synchronizing right now. Like, I can just look out my window just constantly and just watch a clown show out here, dude. Like, it's insane. It's really insane how many people are out here synchronizing at all times. And then this one white SUV had one lower light on, and then he turned the other one on. He like backs up and parks, and then he turns the other one on, and then he just turned the other one off, like the other one that was on before. He just turned that one off. Alright, I'll be back on later to record some gang stalkers probably. I'm just trying to think of what I forgot though. I know I forgot some things. You know, directed conversations. They'll have directed conversations where they're saying things subliminally to you, but they're talking to someone else, having a conversation with them. But they're subliminally saying things to say it around you. You know? Or they'll be playing music with lyrics that are directed at you. I'm pretty sure they were doing that in Walmart today. They were playing a song directed at me. They just do things like that. It's weird, dude. It's really weird. Like, they're weirdos to the max. And then this white truck just synced up with this other white truck, and they're just gonna keep syncing up white and red cars out there until they all synchronize all of us off of a cliff eternally. Because they are disposable puppets being used as bait for the government, that they want me to kill them and become an active shooter and shoot them in the face. They want to make TIs snap and kill these people or kill themselves or end up in jail or mental hospital or homeless on the street. That's their goal. You know, these people are being used as bait, though, is what I'm trying to say. These people are disposable puppets in the eyes of the government. They want me to kill you so they can arrest me, and they're gonna let me do it if I chose to do that. I'm not saying I would ever do that, and I wouldn't do that because I'm not dumb. You know, I'm not gonna get myself locked up on purpose. But that's what they want me to do, though, is what I'm saying. And they would let it happen just so they could come and arrest me right 5 seconds after it happened. They would watch me do it. They would literally sit there and watch me do it and watch you die. But yet all of the gang stalkers think that they're funny and cool and that it's hilarious to gang stalk. And that I think they think that they're protected or something, but they're really not. I don't know. They act like they are, but they're really not. And they would let me do something. So just think about that, gang stalkers.